Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's Darlene here from DarleneStampandSpot.com. It's Tuesday, November 25th, and it's time for your weekly Facebook Live. So, yay. Welcome. Welcome. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much. If you're watching this replay later on YouTube, thank you. Please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That really helps me out. Working on some subscriber numbers this year. So, some subscriber goals, I guess I should say. Yeah, to be able to share with more crafty people. So, super fun. Let's see. So, we're still working on earning the free pack of paper that I'm going to then share with you guys and show you how to use it. You get invited to a Zoom room that will be private just for people that order the kit. So you can order any kit you want, paper crafting, card making, or scrapbooking kits. Paper pumpkin kits don't count, but you can get a scrapbooking workshop kit or any other kit that you would like. And if you order through me through November 30th, when I reach 10 kits, I earn a free pack of paper that you can't purchase or earn anywhere else. So that'll be fun. And then I'm just going to kind of share it with those who purchase. And then we'll show up to a Zoom room and we'll put our kits together. So we don't all have to have the same kit. It's just working on kits together, crafting together via Zoom. So shopping link is it'll be in the description of this video. It's also in the description if you're watching on YouTube. And you can always go to my blog, DarleneStampandSpot.com, and click on Shop Now if you want to go look at the kits. Okay. Really quickly, I want to show you Club Create for December. I'm using a brand new bundle, which I didn't pull, so let me just grab that right here. Have you guys seen the new packaging for Stampin' Up! Products? So this is the stamp set, this is the dies. As of right now, I'm still storing them in here. I have not ventured into another storage system yet. They fit in my current storage system, which is just an acrylic cube, the 8x8x6, I think is what it is. It's the cubes that I already have. So right now that's working for me. Eventually, if I get all transitioned over to this new way, I don't know. I might just keep the containers that I have because they're working for me, right? I am considering putting in some the magnetic sheets, but I want to use the vent covers that you can trim down and put in the back of here. But anyway, so this is what we're using for Club. It's called Friendly Foliage. It's a bundle. You can purchase this bundle now. It became available, I think, November 5th. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it so I could design it for Club. So I'm using this bundle. If you want to make the cards exactly like mine, you'll need the bundle. Hey there. Hello. Say hello when you're jumping on so I know who's watching with me. I'm using paper and embellishments from another suite. This is called Brushed with Beauty. So this is the paper. Just run through it really quickly. You know, if you know me, you know that I'm not huge on florals. I typically get one or two. But this paper, so Impressions of Bloom has by far been one of my favorites this year. That's in the annual catalog. We did that for Club a couple months ago. But then this paper, I love it. It's a little more muted. I'm usually a brights girl, but I love this paper. So you get a half a pack of that paper. You get a full pack of the Pearls of Beauty. So this is Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, and a white. So you know you can color these with blends. Hey there. I see you guys jumping on. And you get a full bolt of linen thread. So about twice a year, I like to give you a bolt of linen thread. I go through one probably once a month, but I use it a ton. Okay, then let me show you the cards for Club. So here's this one. This is what made me fall in love with this set. This is a die. So this is stamped. You can cut out just the outside. or you can add on the little insert, and then it cuts out all of the insides. I love it. And then, so here it is, not popped up in pretty greens. And then we've got a little fancy one. This one I cased from Stampin' Up. Love it. And then we're doing a fun little pocket card. Okay, so this is Club. Registration is open now. It will be updated on my blog very, very soon. And I will make sure you're on my email list, because I will send out all the information via email. Okay, so let's make a card. So this is another case from Stampin' Up. So Stampin' Up did this card, and then I saw another demonstrator step it up, and I was like, oh, I want to make that card. Hey guys, hello there, welcome, happy Tuesday. So here's the card, and we're gonna step it up a little bit. All right, so I've got my kit right here. I'm using the traditional labels and the Christmas greenery, along with I use the traditional labels dies, and I did already do my die cutting, just because I typically don't do die cutting on camera. And I'm using, these little guys are still out of stock, but when they come back into stock, get your hands on a package or two, because they're amazing. I wish I had more. I've used them for a couple classes and we've made it through, but this is all that I have left, and I can't wait to get more. Yeah, so here we go. Make sure all my bits are out of there. All right, so we're gonna do, so this is an Old Olive base, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at half, at 5 1/2. I've got an insert. I didn't put an insert in here. Oh, I'm gonna have to stamp another, nope, this is not the inside. That's for stamping, but I've already done the stamping. So I stamped and die cut the image, and then we're going to step it up together. So this is Secret C, 4 by 5 1/4. And then this is part of that traditional Christmas paper. And this is 1 by 5 1/4. I have a gold foiled label from those traditional labels dies, along with a basic white one, and then we're going to use some of this white and gold twine. So you get black and gold bolt and a white and gold bolt. We used black and gold for card class last weekend, and the ladies really seem to love the black and white and gold cards. So yeah, all right, so we're going to do some stamping on here. I've also, this is what this piece of white was for. I also stamped this big image and die cut it out. I stamped this in Secret C. And I love Old Olive and Secret C together. Secret C is my favorite. Okay, I've got some scratch paper, and we're gonna do some background stamping, some tone on tone stamping. So I've got Secret C, and I've got my images. So we're using this image, the little like cup that fits inside here, it fits inside these, and then we're going to use this leaf and this leaf, and yeah, so we're going to stamp them all in Secret C first, and then we'll clean them, and we're going to fill in our flower. Okay, so let me put this off to the side. I need to stamp on this. I need real red for that. And let's see, I'm going to put this where you guys can see it. There we go. And then this is the one that we're going to work on, and our background. Okay. And I'm going to put my chamois off to the side. I just went and rinsed it out. And there we go. Okay. Well, this is right here in front of me. Let me just grab, well, no, we'll grab red when we need red. We're going to do everything Secret C right now. So we've got this image. This is meant to nestle in, right here. It looks funny, like part of the stamp is, like part of the stamp is missing, but it's not. It's just meant to nestle in around this little flower here. So you just needed like part of the stamp. Anyway, I want to make sure that those pieces don't end up on here because it would look funny. So I'm just going to make sure that when I stamp that that part is off of the cardstock. Okay, and so we're going to do a couple of different images, and we're just going to kind of random stamp, like making our own little background. And then we'll come in like this. And you can do as much or as little as you want. And then I am going to do one here because this part's going to be covered. Okay? And we're going to use all of these stamps again in different colors. So I'm going to clean them. All right. Then we're going to come in with, ooh, I forgot a flower. Hold, please. We're going to use this other one right here. Grab another block. Okay, and then we're just going to kind of start filling in okay. I don't think we're using that one again, but we'll just leave it on the block. And then I used this little leaf. I mean, you can use whatever you want. So my label is going to be, I probably should have stamped that lower. Let's do this. Because my label is going to be, that'll be okay. Well, I hate to waste it, so let's just put that one up there. There we go. If you have your pieces pre-cut, then you can kind of gauge where you're missing. But I do want to do one more of this because my label is going to be about here. So I want to make sure that I've got something poking out there. And then we'll come in with this leaf and we'll come up like that. Maybe over here. I'm looking at my sample just to kind of see where else I put. And it doesn't matter. It's just, it's seriously meant to be random. So maybe we'll kind of come in from the top like that. Okay. Clean that off because we're going to use that in Old Olive in a minute. All right. And then we've got this little guy and we're going to stamp little groupings of him. So we'll kind of go like this and this, and then we can come in from the side and the top, and let's see, maybe we'll do another one here. Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, it's tone on tone. It's not meant to be completely covered. We'll just, so we don't waste the ink, we'll just come in on the side like that. Okay, and clean it because it's squeaky, sorry. All right, so these are all the things that I'm gonna need. I think we're done with Secret C. Nope, we're not. I lied, because now we're gonna do this piece. We'll stick with Secret C. So we've got the little cup kind of flower that fits in right here, and we're gonna stamp this one off. And I'm getting ready. Hello, Terry Lynn. How are you, my friend? Okay, so I'm standing up because I still need to pull it kind of close to me. So we're going to stamp it off, and then we're going to fill that in, stamp it off, and then fill it in. And so then at the end, you'll have to let me know if you like the more simple version. Wait till you see what this looks like at the end. It's gorgeous. I'm in love with it. Oops, I didn't quite get that stamped off evenly. Okay, and then that's gonna go right there. Oops. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's it for that one. And now I think we're done with Secret C. Okay, so then we're gonna grab Real Red. I've added, okay, so the Merry is one stamp and Bright is another stamp. And I've added those together. So I'm going to put that on my label. Don't want to stamp on white with a white background. It's easier to see if you put it on a darker surface. Hopefully that's straight. Excellent. And then we're going to take this and you're going to kind of dry fit. So it's this flower, it goes this way. The funky part of the stamp is what goes right there. So we're going to do full strength and, gosh, am I going to get my head? I hope I don't get my head in the camera, but I really want to do well. And I'm just going to kind of take my time and hope for the best. Hopefully my head wasn't, see all my gray hair. Not bad. Way better than my example one. Okay, and that's it with Real Red. And we're gonna grab some Old Olive. This is what I cased from Stampin' Up, and we're stepping it up today. So we're filling this in by coloring it with the stamps. It's stamped in Secret C. We stamped off in Secret C for these. This is Real Red, and now I'm gonna leave these white, and we're gonna bring in this greenery. And we're going to stamp it right over Secret C, but we're going to stamp off. Okay, so we've got, I turn it a little bit. Okay, and then we'll stamp it off. Come right in there, and then the other side, come here. On the other side, here, and I love the photopolymer stamps. Okay, and then we're going to take this one, and I think I did this one full strength. Yeah, we're going to do this one full strength. And it looks really cool right over the Secret C. And it doesn't have to be too exact. Look how pretty that is. I like to color, but I like this way of coloring a lot. There we go. So pretty. All right. Oops, I missed one. Look, you guys were probably saying you missed one. Okay, so stamp it off and, oh my gosh. Good thing that fell right side up. Okay, we're done stamping. Let me close that. Okay, so we don't have any disasters. All right, and then let's get rid of this. Okay, so we'll bring in our pieces, and I'll show you kind of up close. This is the one that I practiced on, and I didn't do so well with my red, but I still think it looks okay. I did much better over here. I'll still make a card with that one. Okay. All right. Terry, I have some good news for you. All right, so we're gonna take the our twine, and we're gonna kind of put it down in the center. Let me grab. Let's put this, and we'll just kind of stick it in the back. I'm hoping that I have enough to do two, because I want to save my twine a little bit. there's no sense in wrapping it around the back where nobody's going to see it, right? So this will fit. And, oh yeah, plenty. Oh, come on, fingers. Okay. I'm having surgery on my left hand, December 16th. So, I'm going to be live every Tuesday until then. I'm hoping to get something pre-recorded for you guys, after that, but it'll be really close to Christmas anyway. So, we're going to use liquid glue. The right hand's doing so great. So great. And, so yeah, so I'm excited to have the left hand done and not be in pain anymore. So I've got card class coming up on December 13th. So that'll be the last one of the year, but I'll still be able to share stuff on social media, letting you know about what's coming up. I'm hoping to get some design work done next week. I've already got product for January card club, so I need to get that done because that's going to get released on December 20th, right after my surgery. So I need to make sure all of that is in order. And then I'm going to be working on designing a Valentine's Day class for January. So I just got some new product in, and I'm super excited to dive into it. Okay, so that went down like that, and I guess I kind of went ahead of myself. I should have put this down. Well, it'll slide right underneath there. So we'll add our little strip of DSP. It'll just go right under there. And we're going to come over about that much because I got glue on it. So actually I actually did pretty good. Okay, so that'll go down. And then I'm going to slide the label underneath the twine as well. Here we go. Terry, I have something that you've been wanting for a while that I did not use one single time during craft fair season. So I'm ready to let it go. So you have to let me know if you're still interested. I'm going to slide this one underneath here. And I want that twine to kind of go point to point. So since the twine's already down, we'll put the label this way. Okay. And then, I think we're done with this. We'll add the bow in just a minute up underneath. Okay, so we're going to take this and let's load it up with some dimensionals. So we know that we don't need to do dimensionals in the center, so we can do those right there. Kind of nestle in that twine. And then we can just do, because everything else is flat, we're not having to worry about different heights. And I think that I got that one too low. So let's just put it there. And then we'll put one here, and I think we'll be good. Yeah. Okay, cool. That way I don't have a dimensional on top of that twine. So you'll have to let me know if you're liking the stepped up version and which one you might decide to make. So we'll put this here like that. And then this one, we're going to do the same thing with dimensionals where we go above and below the twine. Like that. And then let's see. Yep, we could do a little bit of glue. Let's just do a glue dot. Yep, I'm going to hold it up for a second just so I can get it straight. Scoot it over a smidge. Okay, and then before it really presses down, I want to make sure that I can get this bow up underneath there. And it'll kind of look like it's tied around all the same. And then we can press that down. Okay, cool. I love this card. Oh my gosh. I really have kind of dove into simple stamping, trying to you know, not use every single thing that is in my arsenal. And simple stamping is really hard for me sometimes, because I just want to add more and more, just because I like it. I want to use all the stuff. So this card makes me happy because I get to use so many different things. We did background stamping. We did some extra stamping here. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so now let's bring out our sequins, and I like the green just because it ties in with the other greens, but I'm wondering what the red would look like. Again, these don't really work with the putty. These kind of like the... You think I should add red instead of green? Well, let's just do it. Yeah, I should have. Well, and then it brings out the red. We'll just do red on this one. Okay. And we'll put one up here. And then we'll put a little one down here. So there we go. So there's your simple and stepped up case of Stampin' Up. So this was Stampin' Up's design, and then here's the one that we did the stepped up version too. So thank you so much for joining me. I will post the link to shop with me if you want to get in on my kit party. Remember that you'll be invited to a Zoom room in December where we can put our kits together. So the only thing you have to do is buy a kit for me in November. So my shopping link will be up there. And then there'll be an introduction for Club Create on my YouTube channel soon, but it'll also come in an email. So make sure you're on my email list. And I thank you so much. Have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.